while other girls attend a favorite cocktail bar, sipping dry martinis, munching caviar. There's a girl who's really putting them to shame. Rosie is her name.
There's two New York authors who wrote a song naming Rosie the Riveter as she riveted on B-17s and how the women helped the war effort. And that song was popular when my mother started working as a riveter. She just really had to be at the right place at the right time and had the right personality, which got her chosen for that. In 1942, my mother was a widow with two small children, my brother and sister, and she needed to find work. She heard of work up in Willow Run, which is in Ypsilanti, Michigan, at a bomber factory. It had been a Ford truck factory that had been turned into an airplane manufacturing plant. And they made B-24s and B-29s, and the wages were very good. So as women were coming out of the home into the workforce to support the World War II effort, Mom decided, well, that looks like a good way for her to support her children, so she loaded them on a bus and off she went. And for 2 years, she was a riveter. She actually had several jobs at the plant, but her main job there was a riveter. With her name being Rose, and the Rosie the Riveter song was popular at the time, Mom just fit the stereotype of this lady. So at one point, Walter Pidgeon, one of the British actors, was in town filming a war bonds promotional film, which is how we finance World War II. So Mom, since she fit the stereotype, Mom's foreman says, hey, Walter, we've got this lady that fits the name, fit the song. Let's see if she'd be the face to the Rosie, and she was honored to do so. So Mom gladly became the face, and that was it. Right place, right time.
And the personification of Rosie was, this sort of beautiful, pert young woman, and a single woman who was dating, of course, the song, she's got a boyfriend, Charlie, who's fighting the Marines, so she's this sort of game young American woman who's fighting for the war effort. And the reality, actually, of the women who flocked to these factories was much different in many cases. Many of them had been domestic workers up until that time. So they got these new opportunities during the war, and many of them experienced a tremendous amount of excitement and competence over these jobs, which they may have thought that they could do before, but now they had a chance for the first time to see what they could do. She played an incredibly important role in encouraging women to take factory jobs. During World War II, of course, men were off fighting, and there was a huge amount of war production that needed to be done. And women flocked to the factories to take these war jobs. There's a very large propaganda effort by the government to make women feel as though they were welcome in these jobs, needed, and that it was their role to fight for the war effort.
After the war, she met my father, and then a year later I came along, and she worked out of the house. She's made slipcovers and draperies. Then she decided she wanted to get her pilot's license, and she had wanted to fly back in World War II as one of the women's Air Force service pilots. They wouldn't let her do that because she was a widow with small children. But in 1974, she finally went back and she got her pilot's license, started flying. I think she got her license in '75 and became a pilot. She had that we can do it attitude all my life. She raised us that if there's anything you want to do, you can do it, but you need to do it to the best of your ability. If you're not going to do that, then don't try it. So it's a good effort. She was very humble. She managed to give a couple of interviews back in the 80s, but she just really, she just felt like, well, now I'm a grandmother, I'm not going to stay home and knit, I'm going to get out and fly, and I got the love during World War II, and why not? We can do it. She carried that true attitude. If it hadn't already been put on a poster, it could have accurately described my mom. I make it a point that I don't want to ever be paid for anything that I do in speaking about her or what she believed in. With she was a patriot, a true patriot. It's an honor. It's an honor to be able to represent her and continue the legacy and promote the teamwork and the team effort that I think we should show as a country. And I think the kids today miss out on a lot because they don't understand that.
Rosie the Riveter.